Hi parents. So now I'm going to show you a little bit what it looks like from the student perspective. So when they log on to Google Classroom, so again, classroom.google.com, all of their classes will pop up. I just have this test student in one class, just to be clear, but let's click on that class. And you'll see right away the stream, which is sort of the announcements. It says, announcements from the guide or the teacher. Really where you want to focus your energy is under that classwork tab. So if you click on classwork, you'll see that there's a bunch of different things to navigate, but basically anything here that's not grayed out, the student hasn't done yet. So these are all in blue right now, so that means that this student hasn't finished it. So you can see the name and then the date. If you click on it, so if you click on it right here, this one was already due, so this is missing. It'll have the directions, and then it will have a link. So I'll just show you what this one looks like. It'll open up to a Google Doc, and then this is where the student will do their work. So like if I click back here, I can look at the directions here, but the directions should also be put in the Google Doc, okay? And then when the student is finished, so I can see right here that I need to, anything hot in sort of this blue color, I need to type in. So let's say that the student does this and they're finished, they can click turn in. Going back here, let's go look at another one. So again, it has some assignments, but this one is not due to the 28th. And so again, after the student follows the directions and in this sort of highlighted area, they type their responses in here. When they're finished with this work, then they again want to make sure they click in turn in like this, click turn in. Because sometimes the student will finish the work, but their teacher, their guide won't know that it's ready for feedback unless they click turn in. So if they have a comment or something, they can add a comment to send that to their teacher, but you can go ahead and go back here to the original. There we go. Okay, so back in the student-facing side, so that would be classwork and then extensions. So extensions are going to be optional, and you'll see that they don't have a due date because the student can do them at any time. Another way to organize it is there's these tabs over here. Right now it's the beginning of the term, so there's not going to be a lot, but this might be handy later when there's more work. The other thing that I really like is if you do hit these three bars, it'll show you all of their classes so they can toggle between different Google classes. And it has this thing called a to-do list, which is really handy. So under this, you'll see there's these menus where you can kind of click them open. So things that are no due date, those are going to be those extensions. So maybe you're not worried about that right now. Things that are due next week. Okay, there it is. I can click it. It takes me right to the assignment. It also has missing. So you can see that this assignment was missing. It was due on Tuesday. And then you can click on this one and it shows what work is done. So these are really nice ways to stay organized. But again, in the class itself, you can tell if the student has completed the work because ones that are finished will be in gray and ones that are not will be in a color. The next thing I just want to show is a Google Classroom. So you can go, right here, Google Calendar. You can go right to your Google Calendar from this, this Google Classroom. And so any sort of assignments will also post up here. So let's look at that one that was due on the 28th. Should just automatically be in this calendar. So when your student brings up their calendar each morning to see what is due, you can see that this classwork right here is on their calendar, has the directions, and has a link to go directly to the assignment. So everything is synchronized between Google Classroom, Google Calendar. Again, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.